Drinking buddies, I thought I would share with you guys my end of October bottle haul, and let's go.
I'm your drinking buddy.
I went to a place called Trevor's in Phoenix to pick up this bottle of Sazerac Rye Store Pick. I saw that they had a Sazerac Rye Store Pick. I've tasted these before, but I've never owned one. I like the regular Sazerac Rye, so I figured I needed to go get this. Got a little poured right here. Definitely is a more butterscotchy nose than the standard one. A little bit black peppery too. Other than that, I get the standard Sazerac nose, which to me is like red vines and a little bit of baking spice. Definitely a lot of red licorice on the palate, and this one's got a little bit of a like a funky, spicy, like pumpkin spice, fall spice thing. It really carries forward on the finish. And this one I like because on the initial palate, you think you're going to be drinking something thin. But it does have a decent viscosity to it. And when you swallow, it has a really nice finish. And for 90 proof, I think that's something that's commendable. Next up, while I was at Trevor's, I couldn't pass this up because I've heard these are really good. And I did already do a review of this, and I think it's really excellent. So I recommend checking out Uncle Nearest Single Barrels if you can get them in your area. Not sure where they're coming from. They're sourcing from somebody. There's rumors of it being an 11-year-old Jack Daniels. There's rumors of it being Dickel. I don't think it tastes like Dickel, but if it is, hey, sometimes older, George Dickel is pretty decent. So maybe it is. I'm not sure. I know eventually they're going to start using their own stock, so it could even be that. Who knows? So that was my Phoenix haul. The rest of these I didn't get in any stores. This bottle of Fiddler Toasted, the distillery sent me, so there will be a review of that to come. Whenever a distillery sends me a bottle, I'm always honest in my reviews, and I will always tell you my true feelings. I'm never going to let the fact that I got the bottle for free get in the way, but I like to be very transparent about it. I want to tell you, hey, this toasted wheat, it came from the distillery. Next up, I had a friend ship me this Middle West cask collection. This is the Ported Pumpernickel Rye. It's aged 5 years. It starts in American white oak casks, and then it's finished in French tawny port casks. And it is 99.5 proof. I think these are so good. I'm really glad to finally have a bottle. It is a wild ride. I personally like the funky, crazy, crafty stuff I get off of this a little bit more than Midwinter Night's Dram. And I'm going to compare it to that because it's a similar proof. They're both port finished ryes. So highly recommend this if this is something you can find in your area. And then last up, I did a little trade for this Knob 18. So we got to do a review of the Knob 18 from this year versus last year. Find out if it's as good as last year's. Last year was really good, but to my flavor profile, I would actually recommend not spending time hunting and just buying the Calumet 16. If you're looking for that nice punch of oak, you want that older bourbon. This is 106 proof and obtainable. A lot easier to find than this. This is a hard to find bottle. Still really good. If you see it, you probably don't want to pass it up, but I personally would rather buy a Calumet 16. I did this in a trade so that I could have it to share with you guys my thoughts on batch 1 versus batch 2. All right, drinking buddies. So I know I already finished this haul, but then I got a couple more things. So I got to talk about those. I just got back from FedEx, and this bottle of Barrel Foundation bourbon was waiting for me. This is 100 proof from Barrel, and it is not barrel proof. All of their stuff is barrel proof except for this. This is the first one. So it's Kentucky 8 years, Indiana 5, 6, and 9 years, Tennessee 8 years, Maryland 5 and 6 years. I'm really excited to try this one. They put a lot into this one, and we'll see how it turns out. I'm very curious. While I was out I decided to stop by AJ's, and I got some baby blends. Some babies. Just a few babas. Drinking buddies, this is the episode that will not end, and I'm all for it because I finished filming this episode yesterday, and then I got another bottle today, so I have to add this on. Three clothing changes in one episode is kind of crazy. But yeah, so I also filmed a whole rant about how I'm wondering what's going on with Total Wine because it seems like they're not getting many allocations. And then I get this today. Anyway, little surprise, Stagg Jr., artist formerly known as Stagg Jr., this Stagg store pick, 134.5 proof. I don't know when I'm going to open it because I already have 5 Staggs open at the moment, and that seems like too many. So this is probably going to sit on the shelf for a little bit before I open it because I need to get probably at least another Stagg gone before I can open it. But I'm really excited for this one because Stagg's probably my favorite bottle, at least one of my top favorite bottles. I think Weller 107 would be up there, especially Weller 107 picks. And then unicorns. Other than total unicorns, I think that Stagg and Weller 107 are my favorites. Anyway, drinking buddies, this has been my haul. What have you gotten recently? What's something awesome that you've gotten recently? And what do you look forward to in the rest of fall? Or do you know of any raffles going on? What are you going to be hunting this November, December? Anyway, drinking buddies, cheers. Thanks for watching.
I'm your drinking buddy.